As a young parent, I learned a lot of different things: how to raise your kids the right way, how to allow them to develop. Punishment is done only when necessary. Read the Bible as much as possible and allow them to know that the Bible is not a fairy tale. It's actually history. It's actually Hebrew history. It's actually African American history. It's European history. It's world history. World history. So when I teach my kids, I just don't teach them about other folks and their history. I teach them about their history, the heritage that brought them to the place where their ancestors were on boats. I explained to them slavery. I read a lot of different stories. I studied history so I could give them in my way, but I could go over history with them and how, certain slaves had good lives and certain slaves didn't have good lives. Let's put it like that. Let's say certain slaves were forced to do things and certain slaves wasn't forced to do things. Let's say that it always been a white supremacy, but at the same time, it was millionaire slaves, just like it's millionaires now. But the doctrine that the millionaires had was different than the slaves that were poor. It was more of a doctrine of a socialite, being able to get along with others, no matter what complexion they are, and know your superiors, and be aware of your superiors. Same kind of logic we need now in this life we live. We need to teach our children how to behave, when to behave aggressively, when not, when to speak up, when not, when to fight, when not. Sometimes we have to be priests or preachers. Sometimes we just listen. Sometimes we have an opinion. Sometimes we do not. In this life, we have to live this life with parables, psalms, purification, dedication, and oversight. An oversight of everything that was done in our eyes correct, in our eyes incorrect, so we can understand what we need to do to move forward. As a young parent, remember, it's been done before. Nobody haven't written a book yet in a correct fashion on how to be a parent, but it's been done before. So don't feel like, the world is crashing in on you. It's actually, uh, it's a blessing. It's a great accomplishment to have a kid. Great accomplishment, especially if you marry the wife or marry the mother of the child, and you carry on in that faculties. You carry on with your purse for her. It's not about yourself no more. It's a mentality that goes with it. A strong mentality, a man's mentality, that I will die for this. I will die for my children, my wife, my inheritance. This is what I hold on to. This is what I hold on dear to. So overall, being married and having children is probably different than being single and having children, where you have time with your son or daughter and she has time with the son or daughter alone in their own free space, mother's house or their own house, single apartments or whatnot. Smart thing to do is have kids with someone that you can relate to, someone that you're friends with, not just for a sexual, appetite and, she do me the best, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, she know what to do, or, he got that thing, or he got that money, that boy balling. It's more than that. It's way more than that. It's more intricate. It's more in depth. We actually have to step out of ourselves, step out of our ego, and think for the future and think with intelligence. Intelligence. We must be more intelligent with our thoughts and our behaviors in public and everything else. But yeah, holla back, people.